Time now for the highlight reel.
Welcome to the biggest edition of the highlight reel in WWE history, man. And the reason for that is this. The top 3 odds-on favorites to win the Royal Rumble match this Sunday will all be standing in this ring together for the first time ever here tonight. Talking about Roman Reigns, WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and a man whose odds of winning this match have increased exponentially since it was announced that he would be the first entrant in the Royal Rumble match. Then you got me. 6-time world champion, the new savior of the WWE, and Y2J, baby. Thirdly, we've got the Beast.
Ladies and gentlemen, and you too, Mr. Jericho, my name is Paul Heyman, and I am the advocate for the
Heyman,
Beast.
would you please shut the hell up? We know who your client is, Heyman, but where is he? Where is Brock Lesnar?
Well, Mr. Jericho, Mr. Ayatollah of rock and rolla, you don't need to be a weatherman to know that there is an F5 that will be touching down tonight in Columbus, Ohio. My client, Brock Lesnar, is here tonight. Now, if I recall, sir, the last time you went face to face with Brock Lesnar, it wasn't quite something for the Chris Jericho highlight reel. It was more something for the Brock Lesnar highlight reel. But, may I? I don't think you have anything to worry about tonight, Mr. Jericho, because my client is not focused on you. My client is focused on your other guest tonight, the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE heavyweight champion of the world, Roman Reigns.
Come on in, Paul, and let's talk about that, okay? Because last week, you were campaigning vigorously, might I add, as you do, for your client, Brock Lesnar, to skip the Royal Rumble completely and go straight to WrestleMania to compete for the world title. Yes. But, you didn't get it done, did you, Paul? The great Paul Heyman, the man who's notorious for being able to talk his way into and out of every situation imaginable, failed to get his client a bye straight out of the Royal Rumble and straight to WrestleMania.
I've been in a lot of depositions. That's not a question.
Touche. Let me rephrase that. Brock Lesnar, he's a conqueror. Brock Lesnar is the beast incarnate, and Brock Lesnar is probably the most physically dominating performer in WWE history.
Yes.
But as a result, Brock's got a lot of enemies, and 29 of them are going to be in that Royal Rumble match against Brock. So my question to you, straightforward so you can understand it, Mr. Heyman, is this. Did you try to get your client out of the Royal Rumble because you don't like his chances of winning this Sunday?
Mr. Jericho, my argument carries far more merit than that. Last WrestleMania, my client Brock Lesnar entered the ring as the undisputed champion. Brock Lesnar was not pinned. Brock Lesnar was not forced to tap out. Brock Lesnar did not lose the match. Brock Lesnar was never defeated for the WWE Heavyweight Championship of the world. Therefore, in my opinion, and maybe only in my opinion, Brock Lesnar should have had a bye out of the Royal Rumble straight into WrestleMania. But here's how I size this up. You have an intended victim of the authority, Roman Reigns. You have 28 other challengers, competitors, participants, and you have one conqueror, one beast, one Brock Lesnar. And honestly, I like the box office appeal. Because if I told you, Mr. Jericho, if you subscribe to the WWE Network, you get to see Brock Lesnar versus Alberto Del Rio, you'd subscribe. You get to see it this Sunday. If I told you you subscribe to the WWE Network, you get to see Brock Lesnar versus Sheamus, Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose, Brock Lesnar versus The Big Show, Brock Lesnar versus Chris Jericho, Brock Lesnar in a rematch from last year's WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, you'd subscribe. Brock Lesnar against any one of the many surprises that they pull out of their tuchus every year at the Royal Rumble, you'd subscribe. This Sunday, Brock Lesnar will fight any man that stands in front of him in the Royal Rumble. He will throw said gentleman over the top rope and go on to WrestleMania as the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Heavyweight Champion of the world, because I promise you this Sunday in the Royal Rumble match, Brock Lesnar turns the Royal Rumble into Suplex City.
You said something very interesting, Paulie. It does roll off the tongue, doesn't it? Suplex City. But let me ask you this. What if it does come down to Brock Lesnar versus Chris Jericho at the Royal Rumble? What happens if it's Jericho and Lesnar as the final two competitors in the Royal Rumble match? And what happens if Chris Jericho throws Brock Lesnar over the top rope, wins the Royal Rumble match, and walks out the 7-time World Heavyweight Champion?
I think Paul Heyman's expression just said it all. There is the beast. The man who's already won a Royal Rumble match in his career. Chris Jericho talked about being face-to-face with Brock Lesnar on Sunday. Why wait to Sunday?
The man who won the UFC Championship was the youngest at the time, the WWE Heavyweight Championship, NCAA Champion. You want to ask the Beast Incarnate some questions, Chris? Here comes the Beast.
That is a man who has no problem eliminating any opposition in his path.
The most honored and revered athlete in sports combat history, Brock Lesnar.
Oh, wait just a minute. Wait just a minute. The WWE World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns said he wanted Brock Lesnar tonight, and he's coming to get himself
And
some.
he's coming down with a double step, too. Look at him.
And not wasting any time. Talk about some mind games, not even letting Brock finish his entrance.
Mind games. I don't think he's come down here to play mind games, Byron.
Roman Reigns is coming back for some payback. after that F5 from Lesnar last week.
I think the highlight reel just got very interactive.
And Reigns is itching for a fight. Jericho's ready for a fight. And Lesnar just stalking.
And Brock Lesnar is the fight.
What a moment. It's in Brock's hands now.
He's stalking his prey on the Serengeti. Get ready. Here we go.
And the spear! Roman Reigns met Lesnar with a spear. He dropped the beast in his tracks. And now Roman Reigns unloading on Lesnar. Roman Reigns with a wicked spear. Oh, wait. There's Sheamus and the rest of the League of Nations.
They wanted to be on the highlight reel. The League of Nations is now on the highlight reel.
Yeah, they're the highlight. Stomping away on the champion. And now turning their attention for a moment. But Brock Lesnar with a suplex to Rusev. And now Del Rio and Sheamus working together to try to slay the beast.
This is where the numbers game comes into play.
Oh, look at Brock, just nasty knees to the midsection. And Lesnar, Suplex City here tonight on Raw. First Rusev, then Del Rio. Sheamus gonna go for an F5 ride. And another spear. And again Roman Reigns. 2 spears to Lesnar. The Wyatt family has surrounded the ring. Lesnar's down. Reigns is in trouble. And now Roman Reigns goes right after the big guy first.
One versus all.
All Reigns knows how to do his fight, but this is...
Oh, no!
This is too much.
Harper taking out Reigns with that discus clothesline. And Sister Abigail. With the Wyatt family in tow, Bray Wyatt. Could be the favorite Sunday at the Rumble match. God, Bray Wyatt just told Luke Harper to get him.
Don't you make a move!
Lesnar's cornered, guys. The Beast is cornered. And now Rowan takes out Lesnar. The Wyatts laying waste to not only Reigns, but now the Beast.
I can't believe what I'm seeing right now.
That's a shock. I am too.
The Wyatt family is having their way with the Beast incarnate.
Pick him
And
up!
Roman Reigns.
Pick him up! Royal Rumble is mine! Mine! Mine!